Hi, welcome back to YOGATX. My name is Nicolle. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is all about truth. Today we have a throat chakra flow for you. If you haven't come across the word chakra before, chakra means wheel and relates to different energy points within your body. There are 7 chakras in total. Let me show you. They start from your pelvis area down here with your root chakra and go all the way up to your crown chakra. Vishuddha is the throat chakra, which is what we are working with today. Its meaning is purification. Its color is a very nice, bright, shining blue, light blue actually. And its function is communication. So there is sound, there's rhythm, there's vibrations, and there are words. And when you think about it, words are so super powerful. Ideally, you want your chakras to be open so that the energy, imagine a clockwork, so the energy can flow freely up and down in your body. Sometimes it happens that the chakras, they can get blocked. And a blocked throat chakra, you might know the saying, you have a frog in your throat. So you're desperately trying to say something, but it just wouldn't come out. Or maybe you feel a little bit of a stiff neck or a sore throat. These could all be signs of a blocked throat chakra. Today, we are purifying and activating our throat chakra. Today's flow is a little bit different to the flows that I usually do with you guys. Today's flow is much slower, there is less movement, and I will also talk you through a breathwork exercise in between. If you're ready to find out all about your truth, come and join me on your mat. Come to the center of your mat. Today we start in an easy crossed leg position. Find your easy crossed leg position. Just take a moment to get settled. Root your sits bones into the floor. Bring your hands onto the knees, palms facing down. Drop the elbows gently down towards your thighs. Close your eyes and move your heart and your skull over your pelvis. So you find a nice long and straight spine. Connect with your breath. With your inhale, expand the crown of your head towards the sky. And with your exhale, soften and relax the shoulders. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, soften and relax the shoulders. Take a few more cycles of breath. And notice the breath traveling up and down your spine. Gently open up your eyes. With your inhale, lift your gaze up towards the sky. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthening your throat, opening your throat chakra. Ask yourself, am I speaking my truth? Am I communicating my needs and desires clearly and freely to the people around me? With your next exhale, lower the chin down to your chest, lengthen the back of your neck, drop the shoulders away from the ears. With your next inhale, lift your head up, bring your head back to center, gaze is forward. We move into seated cats and cows. For the seated cats and cows, keep your shoulders stacked on top of your hips. Your hands stay on your knees, palms facing down. With your inhale, move your heart, your chest through the shoulders and lift the gaze. With your exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. Keep the alignment, shoulders, hips. Inhale, move your heart forward, lift the gaze. Exhale, round, chin to chest. We do 3 more rounds. Inhale, open up your chest, lift your gaze. Exhale, round. Inhale, open, lift the gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, round. With your next inhale, find length in your spine. Expand the crown of your head towards the sky. With your exhale, place the hands next to either side of your hips. With your next inhale, push the floor away with your hands. Lift the hips up, move the hips forward, arch the back. 2 more cycles of breath. Push the floor away with your hands. With your next exhale, lower the hips down to the floor. Bring your hands in front of you, walk them forward. And start to release the torso towards the floor, gentle forward fold. With your inhale, breathe into the back of your body. With your exhale, release the torso closer to the floor. We stay for 3 cycles of breath. Feel free to add a little bit of movement with your upper body, right to left. Or remain still. Last cycle of breath. With your next inhale, rise up with the torso, walk your hands towards yourself. Come up to a tabletop position. Come to your all fours. Your knees are hip-width apart. And your hips are stacked on top of your knees. Your hands underneath your shoulders. With your next inhale, drop the belly, open up the chest, lift up the gaze. And with your exhale, tuck the tailbone round through the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, open up the chest, lift up your gaze. With your exhale, tuck the tailbone round through the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, lift up your gaze. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. Push the floor away with your hands. Release, come to neutral tabletop position. Extend the arms out long towards the top of the mat. Press the palms into the floor. Start to release the torso, your chest towards the floor. Come to puppy pose. Keep your hands in alignment with your shoulders. Your hips are stacked on top of your knees. With each exhale, try to release your chest closer to the floor. If you can, connect the forehead with the floor. 2 more cycles of breath. Feel that opening in your chest. With your next inhale, press the hands into the floor. Start to lift the torso. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Open up your knees. Bring the big toes together. Sit back onto your heels. And lower the torso down towards the floor in between the knees. Wide-legged child's pose. Keep your hands in alignment with your shoulders. If you can, try to connect the forehead to the floor. With your inhale, breathe into the back of your body. With your exhale, release the torso closer to the floor. 3 cycles of breath in our wide-legged child's pose. With each exhale, Try and find a little bit more depth. Start to walk your hands over to the right. Keep your hands in alignment with your shoulders. And keep the forehead down to the floor. If you feel like you have a little bit more depth in the left side of your body, simply place the left hand on top of the right. With your inhale, breathe into the left side of your body. And with your exhale, release the torso closer to the floor. 3 cycles of breath. Nice lengthening stretch for the left side of your body, left side of your torso. Last cycle of breath. Walk your hands over to the left. Option to keep your hands in alignment with your shoulders, forehead connected to the floor. Or if you have more depth, place the right hand on top of the left, connect the forehead to the floor. With your inhale, breathe into the right side of your body. With your exhale, release the torso towards the floor and find your depth. 3 cycles of breath, lengthening the right side of your torso this time. Last cycle of breath. Walk your hands back to center into a wide-legged child's pose. Connect the forehead to the floor. Take 1 more cycle of breath. Start to lift the gaze up. Bring your hands closer towards the torso. Claw your paws, tuck the toes. Push through the hands, lengthen the legs, move your hips up. Into downward facing dog. Walk out your dog, give it a few steps. Feel free to add some movement with your hips. I have a lot of cracks in my knees today. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Find stillness in your downward facing dog. Gently bend the knees, tailbone points up towards the sky. Push through the hands, feel that lengthening in your spine. Shake your head, say yes, no, to release any tension you might be holding in your neck. With each exhale, release the heels and the sternum closer towards the mat. Be strong in your hands. Make sure you don't have any weight on your wrists. So you actively push back with your hands. Bring your feet closer together. With your next inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes from the bottom of your spine. Roll forward into high plank pose. And with your exhale, bend into the knees, move the hips back and up, downward facing dog. We do 2 more rounds. Inhale, rise up onto the tiptoes, roll forward, and with your exhale, bend into the knees. Move the hips back and up, downward facing dog. 1 more time. Inhale, roll forward, high plank pose. Exhale, move the hips back and release into downward facing dog. With your next inhale, move your shoulders over your wrists, high plank pose. With your exhale, knees, chest, chin down to the floor, untuck the toes. Bring the forehead down to the floor. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders and hug the elbows towards the torso. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. With your next inhale, push the floor away, rise up with the torso. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Press the pubic bone into the floor to protect your lower back. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, release the forehead down. We do 2 more rounds. Inhale, rise into Cobra pose. Soften the shoulders. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, push the floor away with your hands. Rise up into Cobra pose. Hack the elbows towards the torso. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, release the forehead down to the floor. Push the floor away with your hands. Come into tabletop. Sink back onto your heels with your hips into child's pose. Take that nice stretch in your lower back. Rise up with the torso and come to a kneeling position. Keep your knees about hip width apart. Your hips stacked on top of your knees. The lower part of your legs and the tops of your feet press into the floor. Bring your hands onto the lower back. Fingers point down. The elbows point towards the back of the mat. Take an inhale, find length in your spine. With your exhale, give it a gentle push against those hips. Start to arch your back. Elongate your neck. Camel pose variation. 3 cycles of breath. Open your chest. Inhale, rise up, lengthen your spine. We stay for 2 cycles of breath to neutralize the spine. 1 more cycle of breath. Lower the hips down to your heels. I'm going to turn so you can see me from the front. You can stay where you are and I will talk you through our breathwork exercise. I will talk you through it first and then we will do it together. The breathwork exercise that we're doing today is called Lion's Breath. If you've done it before, great. If you haven't, don't worry, I will explain everything to you. Lion's Breath is very good to purify, to activate your throat chakra. If you have never done it before, it might feel a little bit funny, maybe even a little bit silly when you do it the first time, but the benefits are incredible. So I really just recommend go for it, give it a try. Lion's Breath, for the Lion's Breath, you basically take a deep inhale through the nose, and when you exhale, you drop your tongue out and give it a little bit of a roar. So let me demonstrate. Your inhale, and with your exhale, remember when you were little and you were trying to like fog a window, like the sound is very similar, like this. Remember? Yeah, so you inhale through the nose and with your exhale, you drop the tongue out and give it a nice little lion roar. When you're ready, let's try this together. Open up your knees, bring the big toes together. Sit onto your heels. Bring your hands up. Spread your fingers wide like your lion pose. Bring the hands down to the floor and flip your hands around so the fingers point towards you. Nice stretch for your wrists as well. Open your chest, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Nice big open lion chest, the proud lion chest. Try and relax your neck. Let's do this. We do 3 rounds of Lion's Breath. Take an inhale through the nose, and with your exhale, give it a nice little roar. Inhale. 2 more rounds. Deep inhale through the nose, and with your exhale, go for your lion breath. 1 more round. Inhale through the nose. If this feels good to you, feel free to pause the video, maybe do a couple of more rounds, maybe even more. You can make the roar as loud and as powerful as it feels good to you. Join me in an easy cross-leg position. Take a moment to get settled. Bring your hands onto the knees, palms facing down. Take an inhale, find length in your spine. With your exhale, drop the chin down to the chest. 360 circles all the way to the right. Take your time, going all the way around. Switch direction, 360 circle to the left. Chin to chest. With your inhale, lift the gaze up towards the sky. Lengthening your throat. Opening your throat chakra one more time. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. With your next exhale, chin down to the chest, lengthening the back of your neck. Inhale, lift your head up. Gaze is forward. Close your eyes and connect with your breath. With your inhale, expand the crown of your head towards the sky. With your exhale, soften and relax the shoulders. Inhale, find length in your spine. Exhale, soften and relax the shoulders. Take a few more cycles of breath. Bring awareness to your breath. Notice the quality of your breath that feeds your words. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up over your head, expand the fingertips towards the sky. With your exhale, bring the palms together, bend into your elbows and bring your thumbs onto your throat chakra. Every time you speak today, ask yourself, is it true? Is it necessary? And is it kind? With your hands down to your heart, bow to your heart and your practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. This was YOGATX. My name is Nicolle. If you would like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram as Let Your Shadow Shine. Would be great to connect and stay in touch. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your week. See you next week, Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.